Tyger, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
I'm good.
What has been the hardest transition for you from high school to now?
Just adjusting to the length of college basketball and the speed of it. You know, obviously coming off my injury, I'm already within my own head, just getting back into things. But it's obviously a major change coming from high school to college because it's the best player from every team, as opposed to just playing your local teams in high school and things like that. So that's probably the biggest change.
What does Coach Cronin talk to you about in terms of building your confidence? He was just talking to us about how this entire team kind of needs to get his confidence back after 2 losses.
He kind of just tells me just to keep going. You know, sometimes I miss a shot, I get in my own head, but he's really just always there for me and just telling me, you know, keep shooting, you know, keep your head up, keep pushing, you know, grind it out. So yeah, so he just tells me to play confident. Yeah, I know he believes in me, so it's just getting it in my own head, you know.
What did you guys do over the holiday break?
As a team or like just me, myself?
What did you do for yourself and then as a team?
I mean, I got in the gym, got to see my family, so it was good, but we've been practicing, we've been trying to put some things together, obviously coming off this break, going into the pack and everything like that. We're just trying to build and go into the pack confident.
Is your family out here? Or did they fly here?
Yeah, they came to visit me.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Who came to see you?
My mom, my dad, all my siblings.
How many siblings do you have?
3.
Okay.
Yeah.
4 total?
Yep.
Are you the youngest, oldest? Where are you?
Younger, middle.
Okay.
So I got a little brother, but 2 older siblings.
How nice is it to see them when you, of course, live all the way out here and for them to fly?
Oh, it was really good to see them, you know. Always in practice and doing things like that. So it's good to, you know, get a little break for Christmas. But I mean, we're right back to the grind. We love the grind here.
Are they jealous that you get to live in this weather and it's a little bit colder where they're at?
Yeah, I mean, coming from Nashville in the Midwest, it's a little bit cold out there. So, you know, I get a little break coming out here and seeing me, even though it's, you know, it's kind of chilly, but, you know, it's sunny out, so it makes up for it.
Too bad it rained so hard.
Yeah, it did rain a couple days ago, yeah.
Coach Cronin was talking about his definition of toughness. How would you define what this team wants to be in terms of tough? How do you guys fit into Coach Cronin's
I mean,
toughness?
as far as toughness, I take it as, you know, just making the winning play, doing the right thing, not folding under pressure. That's what I think toughness is, and that's just, we got to be able to show that. We got to be able to get that big stop. When we go on a run, we got to keep it pushing. When the other team's going on a run, we got to stop it. We just got to be confident in our abilities, you know. And I feel like that's what toughness is, not really being bigger or stronger. It's really just like a mental thing, playing harder. That's what I consider being tougher than another person, other team.
Has working with this coaching staff kind of changed the way you think about toughness? He was talking about how you need to be tough, even just like on the ball or not, you know, not turning it over, stuff like that.
For sure. I mean, I've always thought toughness growing up was like obviously not turning over the ball and, you know, playing for your team and playing hard. But, you know, it's just good that, you know, coach, those are what he believes too. So, you know, they really just mix. Like, I know coach is, like you said, coach said about toughness is being confident and stopping the ball and doing things like that. But, like, how I feel about it is, like, just coming in together as a team and kind of like that, yeah.
What have you learned in the last 2 games, both of which that were against 2 well-known programs, as well as being on the road? What did you learn from those?
Away games are harder than home games, and you know, going on the road, no one's gonna be on your back. Even playing in Vegas against North Carolina, there was a lot of North Carolina fans out there. We still had a lot of UCLA fans, but it was crazy just how wherever you go, it's just so many other fans for the other team. And, you know, you do one thing wrong, they're on your back, and it's just different than obviously playing at home. You know, you mess up, team is, you know, get back, but it's just really on the road, you just got to become more confident. You know, you hit a shot, the crowd's not going to be buzzing for you. You got to be in your own head. You can't rely on the crowd.
What has Coach told you about that, handling adversity on the road?
Like you said, just be tough. Just got to be tough. You got to make the winning play and not get in your own head. Just remember the game plan and just go out and play ball.
Have you felt this team's offense is kind of running? Is it as smooth as...
Like, what do you mean?
For you as a point guard, Coach Cronin was talking to us about how he needs you to kind of break down the defense and kind of just get things moving, initiate the offense. How do you think you've been doing it?
I mean, obviously I feel like I can do better about it, but every game I'm learning, I'm picking things up, I'm watching film, so it's just being more confident, like you said, and just getting into it. And I believe in Coach. He believes in me, and it's just a matter of time. I'm going to just keep trying my best, and when I go out there, I'm going to just listen to him and follow his lead. I'm the on-court coach, so.
You come off that injury, and you were kind of waiting and watching for a long time. Did anything surprise you from when you watched it and then when you experienced it? Was it vastly different when it was actually there?
Yeah, I mean, getting thrown into the fire, but of course it's going to be different. But I mean, I'm just learning, taking it one game at a time, not getting too down on myself, trying to stay up, trying to stay positive, trying to keep the guys together. So that's my main focus right now, not really as my adjustment to the game, but I'm more worried about my team and us winning and things like that.
Everyone good?
Yep.
Thanks.
Thanks, Tyger.
Thank you.
Hey, Jules, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Where do you think this team is right now as you guys head into your non-conference tomorrow?
I think we have a lot of work to do, but we have bits and pieces that we can take from each game, and things that we've done well, and also things that we need to work on. But I think we have the confidence in ourselves to be one of the better teams in the Pac-12, and we definitely have the talent. It's just about putting all of our hard work together, listening to the coach and, executing in games. But we definitely have the talent to be a great team in the Pac-12.
When you talk about confidence, I think Coach Cronin was kind of worried about where your confidence is after 2 losses. So, where do you think this team is after taking 2 losses against some pretty high-profile opponents?
Obviously when teams lose, especially like 2 games in a row, that'll take a hit on you. But I think we're all confident players. That's just coming in. We've all been confident players from just growing up. So I think we're gonna take what we've learned from the losses, and if we understand what we did wrong and what we did well, and work on those things and continuously try to get better, I think you have all the confidence in the world if you work hard. So we just have to believe in what we work in practice, and everything falls in line after that. If we keep working hard, that confidence will come.
How's your confidence going? Came off the bench pretty good for a nice game.
Yeah, my confidence never really wavers. I know that there are ups and downs. We're gonna win games, we're gonna lose games. But for me, I think it's always being steady. Whether I have a good game or I struggle, I feel like my confidence always has to stay the same because my team needs me. So if I'm all down on myself, there are other ways I can help this team. When it's whether it's being a leader talking, or my play on the court. So I always have to have steady confidence, and it's just something that I've learned just growing up.
Coach Cronin got a little bit emotional against North Carolina, and he even said that he gets a little bit intense. But with that play, what was it like to have him defend his player? What, in your opinion, what was that like?
I mean, it was it sort of gave us a little boost. We were in a tough position at the time, but just seeing that he has our backs like that is something that it also gives the players confidence. So just knowing that he has our backs, he's going to support us. That helps a lot.
How close do you think you guys are to being the team that you want to be?
I'm not sure yet. I feel like we've made major improvements from the beginning of the season, and we're gonna keep getting better, but only time will tell. We have a lot of talent, and we also have a lot of time to grow. So we'll see. I feel like personally, I feel like it's coming soon, because we're starting to. So you could see in film, we're starting to do things a little bit better, especially on the defensive end. So I think our time will come soon, but only time will tell.
How much better do you think the team is collectively defensively now than you were at the beginning of the season and last season?
I think a lot better. I think we've taken pride in it, and we're especially like experience helps a lot. We get to have games under our belt where we see our mistakes on the defensive end, watch film, and see what we can do better. So that's just most of it, just learning from our mistakes and improving the next game.
Aside from practice, what'd you do for Christmas?
Just hung out with my family, got to spend time. And, I'm a local kid, so it wasn't too much traveling, but, I got to spend time with my family, which was really nice.
Did they come out here or did you go home?
No, I went home, it's not too far. It's only like 20 minutes, so yeah, I stayed home.
Coach Hernan was saying that there's more time now, you can watch film and stuff like that. What did you take away from some of the extra films that you were able to do?
Well, I just feel like, we get to see the smaller details that we don't see while we're playing the game. On the defensive end, we get to see like where we help too much or where we're helping too little. Where we're boxing out or where there are, a few moments where in the North Carolina game we had the game right there, but it was just like small little things like getting a loose ball or not boxing out. So realizing those moments in the game and sort of trying to key in on them the next game is going to help us a lot.
Coach Hernan was telling us about how he kind of defines toughness as being tough enough to do the right thing at the right time, and not turn over the ball, remember the play, stuff like that.
Yeah.
When you play for a coach like him, we know him to be very intense. Does actually coming here and you working with him, does that kind of modify or change what you kind of thought about was toughness on the court?
Yeah, well, normally people think of toughness as, just being like a strong physical player, but, I always thought of like, there's also mental toughness, but, he's sort of emphasizing, he's, putting more emphasis on like, understanding plays, understanding what you're supposed to do, and that's mental toughness. So, he's definitely like sort of, heightened our awareness of like what it means to be a real tough player and a real tough team.
Very good. Thank you.
Thanks, Jules.
How was your holiday?
It was good. It was good. I went back to Seattle, saw my brother. It was good.
Your
How long
brother
were you
lives in
there?
Seattle?
Yeah, one of my brothers live out there.
I'm from Seattle.
Dope.
How long were you up there?
I was there for 3 days. I got there on Sunday. Left on Wednesday.
When I was back to work here?
Back to work. Back to work. Practice on Wednesday.
Coach Hernan was talking to us about how he's obviously pro time off. So for you to have a few just days off and kind of detox from basketball, I don't know, how do you spend that time and reset your mind for?
Yeah, it was good. I just hung out with my brother. It was good to have family time and then get back to the grind after that.
So with one game left in the non-conference, where do you see the team?
I see us improving, just getting better at different aspects and just continuing on to conference play.
In what ways do you see the team improvement?
Just as far as like focus, mentality, just knowing that we need to get better. There's some ways I think we're improving.
Defensively, how much improvement have you seen from the first game to now?
It's hard to tell because, the competition level has risen, so I can't really make that assessment.
Confidence-wise, where do you think this team is after taking 2 losses?
High confidence. Our heads are up. There's a lot of basketball left to be played, so we're just looking forward to it.
Being one of the upperclassmen and going through those 2 losses away from home, did you tell anything to the younger guys about keeping your head up or just moving on?
I didn't have to. Everybody's head is up. Everybody's ready to work. We got a game tomorrow. We're looking forward to that game, and after that, conference starts up. So I didn't have to say anything.
Coach Hernan was talking to us about how he wants this team to be tough enough to, remember the play, not turn on the ball, things like that. When this coaching staff came in and kind of brought that mentality, does that kind of modify the way you think of toughness on the court, or is that different from the way you thought about what it was meant to be tough on the court?
It's pretty much what I thought. Every coach wants you to be tough with the ball and remember the play, so that's nothing new. So, it's what I thought it was.
Defensively, where do you think this team has the most improvement to be done right now?
Staying in front of the ball.
On offense, how can the team improve? Coach talked about passing, but are there any other areas where you think you guys can tighten the screws?
not turning over the ball.
That was a long conversation we had many times last year too. I mean, how do you keep from doing that?
Making simple plays. Make the 100% pass, make the easy play.
How do you work on that in practice to kind of drill that mentality so when it comes to the game, you're actually doing those things?
I mean, it's something you have to think about. You can't, even if you think it's there, if it's not 100%, don't try and make that play. Just make the next play, and let somebody else make that play.
Do you think with the turnovers, do you think players are thinking too much and need to slow down, or is it something else?
I don't know. You'll have to ask people who turn the ball. Me personally, I feel like sometimes I get sped up. But I don't know. You'll have to ask everybody else what they're thinking.
For a guy who's been here for a long time.
Who?
For you as a guy who's been
yeah.
here for a long time, what do you think you've seen Tyger improve the most from the beginning of the year until now?
I mean, his mentality is good. He has a good head on his shoulders. Even through ups and downs, he's still confident. So that's always good to see. He works hard. So I think as far as for it being his first year, his mentality is really good.
Coach was talking about how much he's asking of Tyger because of his abilities. He's able to do a lot of things, and he needs this kind of step up in this point guard position. How important is a player like Tyger to the way this team runs on offense?
I mean, he's the most important piece. He's the point guard. So, yeah, we need him.
Everyone good? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Prince.